to the U.S. government on organ donation and transplantation, there are over 114,000 people on the National Organ Transplant List. Every 10 minutes, a person is being added, and every day, 20 people die waiting on an organ. People are added to the list for many reasons, including chronic illnesses and trauma. As a student interested in the health field and being interested in medical careers, I've done research on procedures which change people's lives, and this includes organ donations. I've researched the history of organ donations, the benefit of organ transplants, and the growing knowledge and innovations that have since bettered the health field. Referencing the U.S. National Library of Medicine National Institutes on Health, nearly 100 years ago, organ transplants was a topic that was unheard of, or thought to be an insane idea. However, this view changed when more doctors started to attend transplants in 1936, when the Russian Voronoi attempted the first known human-to-human transplant. He transferred a kidney from a cadaver to a person. The person died 48 hours later without making urine. But just under 20 years, in 1954, one of the first successful transplants was performed by Joseph E. Murray. He took a kidney from one identical twin and he moved it to the other. Although there has been a lot of successful transplants, the number of living donors surpassed the number of deceased in 2001. One of the biggest factors that have helped more organ transplants to increase the number of living organ donors was the creation of the nonprofit United Network for Organ Sharing, also known as UNOS. This program allows for the maximum use of organs and can help benefit people. UNOS ensures that people are given organs based off of need and whether or not it is a match for the recipient. For many people on the National Organ Transplant List, it's very crucial to find one in a short time. Having an organ transplant often changes that person's life for the better, and it completely turns it around. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor, and if the time comes, they have the chance to not only save one life, but 8. For the person in need of an organ, it is important to receive the perfect match. In order to be matched with an organ, patients have to go through tissue typing, different preparation to help improve the rate of success. With technology today, hospitals are able to find the type of tissue, they use immunosuppressants, and preserve the organ long enough to ensure a positive result. When the organ becomes available for transplant, it's not only very important to be sure to first preserve it so the organ does not die, but it can be transferred to a patient quickly. And it's going to a patient that is not only in the most need, but has the best chance of acceptance. In order to do this, the hospital staff tests the scan on the organ to find the type, and UNOS matches it to the recipient based off of location, need, and their own body type. After receiving the organ, the patient takes immunosuppressants, which are used to trick the body into thinking the organ originated from this body, and it decreases the odds of rejection. However, this does not mean that the body will not reject the organ. Although some transplant failures are inevitable, they still save lives because medical research teams are able to find where the causes originate from and prevent them in other patients. According to the University of Wisconsin, the School of Medicine, the website says transplants have also furthered research in other areas. Because when donors' organs are not viable for transplant, they then donate the organs to science, benefiting medical research by allowing for the health field to keep advancing. Ronnie Lawrence said, when people donate organs, they're helping both the patient who receives their life-saving transplant right away and the next generation of recipients who will recover sooner and live longer because of the research happening today. Organ transplants were once the most modern solution to chronic illnesses, but now science has been working towards 3-dimensional printing, which can hopefully lead towards the ability to give more patients in need of organs a second chance instead of having to wait for organ donors. It also prevents having to wait for people who can donate their organs because this can only be under certain circumstances. As you can see on the U.S. government organ donation and transplant website, every 3 in 1,000 people die in a way that allows for organ donation. This means 0.03 of the population who pass away are able to donate their organs. There are other major factors into making an organ transplant successful, and for medical teams working together with the help from UNOS, the health field has saved countless lives. They find their perfect match through an online program. Altogether, organ transplants began just under 100 years ago and have pushed the health field into being more advanced and saving more lives. Organ transplants has changed the medical field for the better because they allow people who need an organ to change their life. They're able to go from terminal prognosis to leading a full life and getting back to finding who they really are.